Mom-in-law left me to give birth on a desert island. Sonny, she'd be an ideal wife for you. You'll come around. Congrats on your first marriage, though. After the wedding, Chloe decided to ruin our honeymoon, too. I could use a break. I'm coming with you. My hubby stayed at home, so scoot. I'll sit next to yours. I threw my dreaded mom-in-law out of the plane. In my dreams and prayers, of course. In the middle of the night, Chloe urgently wanted to talk to me. Forgive me for everything. I'm dying and want my son to be happy. Her confession that I was Nick's happiness stumped me. But then she tripped and fell overboard. I couldn't let her die and jumped into the water. In the dead of the night, no one heard our screams. Our ship sailed away while we battled to stay afloat. We barely made it to shore. Totally beat, I fell down on the wet sand. We were on a desert island. I was due any day, and Chloe had a broken leg. We're gonna die here! Help isn't coming! I'm getting out of this wretched island for my son. I got my hands all scratched up, but I started a fire somehow. I went out in search of food and water, leaving Chloe to keep the life-saving fire going. By the time I was back, the fire died out. I'm sorry. I must have blacked out from the pain. They had to be looking for us. We only needed to give them a sign. I spelled out SOS with big rocks. But when I brought more food, they were in a complete mess. I had to fend off a wild animal with the rocks. Thank God I'm still alive. Exhausted and stressed out, my belly hurt the whole night. Next morning, Chloe's deafening yelp woke me up. There's a tiger! I saw a tiger! Let's run into the jungle! I rushed to a cave, dragging my injured mom-in-law. We were safe inside, but we could miss a ship or chopper. I felt a sharp pain again, and then something terrible happened. Chloe leapt out of the cave and blocked the exit. That's when I heard a ship horn. At last, they found me! Pity the ocean took you. The pieces came together. It all became clear. Chloe wasn't dying. Her leg wasn't broken. It was all her devious plan to get rid of me. And it worked. My hubby and son are waiting. So long. Thank God you found me.
Where's my wife? What happened to her?
She never made it to the island. A shark got her.
But Nick didn't believe his mom. Your tea knocked me out cold like sleeping pills. Then you disappeared.
From sheer terror, my water broke and contractions began. I hurt my hands trying to get out. I screamed myself hoarse, but no one heard me. I took off my pendant, Nick's gift, to start reflecting light. Nick had to sense I was in trouble.
What's that in the jungle?
You're seeing things. Let's go home already. But Nick went searching for me. Chloe pretended she was having a heart attack, but Nick already heard my screams and ran to my rescue. I knew Chloe hated me, but didn't know why. I had a baby right on the cruise ship. The boy was black. Chloe had cheated on her husband. Nick was her black lover's son. She expected her grandson to be non-white. That's why she pushed Nick's ex on him so hard. But she couldn't break up true love and came up with Plan B. She'd given her son sleeping pills and jumped overboard knowing I'd try to save her. She knew they'd find her in a few days. Chloe's husband didn't forgive her affair and kicked her out. Nick turned away from her too. Every night, she lingered under our window watching our happy family. Until a few years later, I opened the door for her. If you were me, could you forgive?